Hi there and welcome back to Japan, very specifically to Kaminarimon Gate, which is a particular Tokyo landmark you've probably seen in pictures before, and like with every landmark, it's got to be right next to a vending machine. And what I particularly like about this vending machine is that it sells a very specific type of water. We have water from Mount Fuji, that's its big selling point, but it has the Asakusa Gate on it. Nice mix and match that. Anyway, let's go for a little bit of a walk, shall we? Took me forever to set up that shot. So anyway, you guys probably know it's been a little bit of a while since I last did my video, and apologies for the gap, apologies for the wait, and yet here I am, walking around Asakusa in the middle of the night. So first things first, yes, I'm in Tokyo this weekend, for those of you who didn't know. And what am I doing in Tokyo? Well, a little bit of shopping for James and the Baka Binge, but also a little bit of work for stuff on the channel, and that's one thing I wanted to point out. Apologies, I know it's been a little bit of a wait, like I say, since the last video, and things have been a bit slow as a recent as a general, but there are a lot of things coming up. We've got the Baby Metal listen through, that should be coming up in about 2 weeks. I'm planning to arrange, schedule the live stream for that sometime soon. And then on top of that, we've got a lot of other reviews. A lot of songs actually come out in the last few days as well, which are worth mentioning. And so there's a lot of things to catch up there, and I think as a general, one of the good things is there seems to be like a wealth of extra content that we've already got and we're already working on. It's just a case of getting it all out and getting it finished, and that's been the case for a little while. Now, one of the things that is also worth pointing out is, for anyone who's been following us for a while, a lot of other stuff has been happening outside of the joys of YouTube, and those are things that I've been having to deal with as well. Family stuff, I guess we could call it. That's the most generic term I can think of. So, you know, it's hard to, shall we say, work on recording a lot of new stuff when you've got other things going on, but that's not to say editing hasn't been going on. So yeah, we're getting there, and there is stuff coming, and so live chat will be on Sunday as usual. I have no idea whether it's going to be me or James doing it this week. It kind of depends how things pan out over the next 24 hours. I don't think it's going to be Bubbles. I think Bubbles has got other things to do, but thank you for supporting him last week. Yeah, that's pretty much the majority of everything that's been going on, and I think a lot of you have known that there's going to be some delays on this, so my thanks and appreciation for you taking the time and patience to wait for us to get things to go. Like I say, there's a lot of videos been coming out. There's a scenario art one came out today. There was the Unlucky Morpheus one a few days ago. I know I'm a little bit behind the wave catching up with that, but I do want to drop a review for that as well. All kinds of things happening. It's been very active recently. And plus this is on top of all of the review suggestions that you guys have produced that I still haven't been able to get round to. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. This seems to be a thing that happens when I talk a lot. I used to think it was down to the drink, now I just think it's down to talking too much. It's interesting, isn't it? When you're a YouTuber and your body's telling you to shut up. So, and now my glasses are steaming up as well. Hot air. I guess that's what we could call it. I already made that joke back in over here, didn't I? Anyway, so, I just wanted to let you guys know that things are basically progressing, and that I do really appreciate that everyone's been hanging with us. In fact, since I stopped posting videos, we got one more subscriber. Gaining subscribers by not posting videos is something that I should probably take on board as advice, is that correct? But one thing I've kind of always said, and this stays true, is I would rather post, I mean, we used to post like 2 videos every day, and of course we were doing reactions back then, which is a big part of that anyway. But nowadays, when I think about it, I would rather produce like 1 video a month and be sure that it was really good quality, right frame of mind, right content, than produce, 60 videos a month that are basically just replaceable, don't really tell you anything, and not that special. So for me, it is important that there is good quality content coming out of the channel, and I do think that that's something that we've managed to keep up. I was really proud of the 3 videos that I posted last week. I thought they were interesting, at least by my standards. By the way, yeah, you can probably tell we're in a fairly famous area now. But it's partly quiet because it's midnight, and partly quiet because of COVID. Yeah, it's I'll just show you over here, might as well while we're at it. Don't know how much handling noise this camera's producing, but probably too much. Nice traditional. That's a face you wouldn't mess with. And over here, this is where the incense usually is. So during the day, I guess they probably don't do this now anyway because of the whole thing, but you have the incense fire coming up here, and the idea is that you swirl the air upon yourself for health benefits, I guess you'd say. That was a really good specific cultural information you're getting here. And let's go up here. Take a little look up here while we're at it. Sorry, I don't know whether this is me informing you of stuff, or whether this is just becoming a full-on tourist video. But for those of you who don't know, can't do two things at once, but this is where you go usually. You drop your change in. Usually it's 20 yen. I know that's not a uniform thing, but most places it's 20 yen. Then you do your little bit of praying. It seems closed for prayers now. The god is asleep. Isn't that the case with all gods? Didn't say anything. Right, so anyway, yeah, let's take a walk back over here. So yeah, this is kind of like one of those moments where, like I said, I just wanted to reflect by thanking everyone who's been so patient with the channel and so patient with what we do, and a bit more tourism while we're at it. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the giant famous pagoda. Maybe if we get the street light out of the way, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But yeah, this is a very famous landmark. Gets a lot of photographs taken of it. There you go, the pagoda. With more vending machines. Of course there's vending machines. Nothing of note does not have a supporting vending machine. And Mount Fuji water that is nowhere near Mount Fuji. I guess it's better than Asakusa water. Nothing about that sounds particularly nice. Water straight from the sewage of Tokyo. That's a beautiful city. But yeah, anyway. It's very true actually. I was talking about this with James before. During the rain season, when it gets really, really rainy, which is usually around my birthday in September, the drains have a habit, because they're very near to the surface, of slightly overflowing, and you do get points when the drainage pops up into the street a little bit. It's not that common, just sort of like a few days every year you'll get sewage-filled streets. My arm's aching, let's change over. So anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, once again, we will get to the point. Thank you again, my appreciation for everyone being so patient with what's going on here. Like I say, there's just so much content coming that it's kind of almost frustrating not to be finishing it, but that was my point, wasn't it? Quality over quantity. There is the quality over frequency of posts. So if every video you get is like 3 years behind the date, as long as that's good. Anyway, it's Saturday night. Which is why you get, they're not homeless, just a group of friends. Probably been drinking a bit. So yeah, this is basically my little message from Tokyo. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope it has been pleasant and informative. And well, I guess until I see you next time, which will be very soon, I promise. Maybe on live chat. For now, ciao ciao.